and you speak to the millions, speak to the speak to the billions, you speak to the millions, speak to the thousands, and up to the last shilling, Simba Arati realizes that there is a sheriff in town. Madam Speaker, we also as senators need to encourage ourselves that we should quickly go before our county assemblies and also tell them about the arrival of this money. Because there are many times governors have given MCAs the impression that money is hard to come from Nairobi. Living by our mantra of bottom-up, we have lived to it. We have released money to all the governors. But with this schedule still here, it's not easy for the central bank to now make the money to its accounts. I would like my statement to prick my colleagues from Azimio. If you go to the report of the control of budget, Senator Bitches, they have itemized the performance of our counties from the time of their last election. And they have indicated how much money each governor is collecting as own source. Sadly, the top counties, and with due respect, are Kenya Kwanza counties. The top. Murang'a is there, Kirinyaga is there, Bungoma is there, name it. But the Azimio counties, in this last month, I would like you to familiarize with this because this is painful. They are indicating a drop. It doesn't mean that Mama Mboga, when she's selling her vegetables, the mama who is selling fish is not paying taxes. They are paying, but these guys don't declare. So if we don't put pressure at them, they'll cheat you that, oh, Kakamega has raised 2 billion shillings, when in fact it has the capacity to raise 6 billion shillings. If you go to Kisii County, very enterprising people. Those thousands of people you see in Kisii town at the marketplace and other centers, they pay taxes. So if we don't put pressure, the governors just share that money in the evening as they go home. We have a job to do. And governors, because of the misery of poor remuneration of our MCS, Madam Speaker, they take advantage of them. So our MCS are not able to oversight them strongly. We need to give them the proper backup. Having said that, may I inform the people of Kakamega that we are very lucky that this year the governor is going to spend 17 billion 370 million 287,053 shillings. He has no excuse. We expect the governor of Kakamega to hit the road running, to ensure that stalled projects, Mumiasi Hospital, Butere Hospital, Nambacha Market, Malinya Market, Khaega Market, Shiamahubu Hospital, they should be completed quickly together with the Bukhongo Stadium because the money is there in billions of shillings. Madam Speaker, this applies across the board, and therefore we have every reason to insist that they perform. Finally, but not least, at the risk of anticipating debate, my vice chair is not here. There's a bill I have seen which has come through the National Assembly. It's looking for our concurrence. Colleagues, it is trying to shift public debt from being benchmarked on debt ceiling to anchoring so that the debt is a percentage of the GDP, which is the modern way of doing things. But why it is worrying me, colleagues, is that I've seen a clause there which has now been approved if we agree. They are saying that whereas it should be anticipated to be at 55% and the cabinet secretary can be allowed to borrow at not more than 5%, they are saying that for 5 years, this clause should be suspended. So if you pass a law to create debt anchor, and then you suspend the clause that is supposed to be implemented, it means you're giving the cabinet secretary an open check to borrow as they wish. You know, this house is supposed to protect the president also. When Anglo-leasing happened in this country, Moi, as president, thought all was well. Not Anglo-leasing, Golden Bag. Moi thought all was well. Had Parliament of that time protected President Moi, Kamlesh Patni would not have run away with those billions of shillings. Similarly, when Anglo-leasing took place, Kibaki thought all was well. So as President Ruto works very hard, we must, as Parliament, remind them that some of the decisions being made by the Treasury, we got to be cautious. My brothers and sisters, we are building a country. The children have just left the gallery. So if we don't grow the economy so that those children are better off, it means all of them will just find